Hey everyone, I'm Mike Turner, and this is another Boise real estate market update. It is mid-September, and I just had to do a video because things are getting crazy in the Boise housing market. I've been talking about it for months, about how low the inventory is, and this has kind of been a theme for the last 3 or 4 years. There's just not that many homes for sale, and that's made it hard for buyers and et cetera, et cetera. And it's kind of pushed up home prices and things of that nature. Well, uh, this pandemic has done it's causing this huge chain reaction. So let me just explain what's happening because there's many, I think most markets around the United States are being negatively impacted by this pandemic. Their economies are suffering, people are out of work, businesses are closing, so less people are buying houses, and it's just a mess. Except for in Boise. We have all the things of people out of work, and we have tons of businesses going out of business, but we have buyers who still want to buy, and not just the local ones, but also buyers coming here. And so so demand in homes has risen during this time. Sales last month are like over 20% higher than they were the previous year, while inventory the inventory is dropping like a rock. So the last 2 months have been recorded as the lowest record of homes for sale in the Boise market that's ever been recorded since they've been accurately, tracking these things. And that's like over the last 20 years. And normally you get the lowest numbers in lowest months of homes for sale in like January, February, because nobody really wants to list their houses in those cold months, and not fewer people are buying them then. But to have that happen like right smack dab in the middle of summer, this kind of thing doesn't happen. And so here's the chain reaction. What's happening from this is that builders, of course, are trying to keep up with this demand because the resale market is just not coming alive, right? There's just not that many homeowners putting their houses up for sale. And builders are trying to keep up, but they're being impacted by the pandemic, not just with their crews and their supplies coming in. Those are factors, but you have like new lots coming online, like the developers. The developers there's all this development trying to come in to meet this demand in the Boise area, but they're all being impeded by our local cities because they have to give the approvals, and they're not giving them like they used to. It's not because they don't want to, it's just because they're working, with one hand tied behind their back with this pandemic stuff. And so things are getting backed up, and so you think the inventories was slow, earlier this summer and bad. Well, it's just showing you it's just bound to get worse because the pipeline of new lots being able to come on the market so builders can build a house on them to meet demand is being hugely impacted right now. So, so the Boise market is showing like zero sign of having negative price implications because you cannot have this ridiculous low number of homes for sale for the entire county with all these people moving in and people trying to buy. And so you can't have all those things and have the market soften. It's just the supply demand ratio thing just doesn't allow it to. And so the short term, next 6 months, year, we're not going to see any price drops. And even if the economy gets worse and worse and worse, it's just not going to happen. And so if you're budgeting for that to happen, if you're waiting, it's like, all right, I'm going to wait till home prices come down and then I'm going to buy. I'm sorry, you're going to be waiting a long time. And markets will change. I mean, Boise is not immune to having price decreases. I mean, it will happen, and it'll happen in certain markets, like in certain sectors of the market. There's always cycles, and it's going to happen again. I'm just saying that this number has to go way up over these numbers for that to happen. It's got to get up to probably over 3,500 homes listed for sale before you start seeing significant price softening in the Boise area. So we're at like 587. So yeah, I think it's pretty safe. if you're going to sell your house right now, right? You're going to do great if you sell your house right now. It's just because there's really low market. What will it be in a year from now? Well, the difference might be is that it might be the same kind of conditions, like favorable, but maybe interest rates might be higher. And so I don't know if it's going to be better or worse. You might be holding out and thinking, oh, maybe I'll get a higher price if I wait a year. Yeah, maybe. Or interest rates will be higher and it'll be harder to sell. We don't know. So I'm not trying to say, I don't recommend you try to time the market so you try to max it out, because I just know it's good right now for trying to sell. But if you're a buyer, I'm sorry, it is going to be tough going forward. And I wish you luck. You know, really good real estate agent to help you out. I do that, but whoever you're working with, just know that you want to be working with somebody good who's on the ball, who knows what they're doing, because it's about to be as tough as it's ever been to purchase something in Boise, Idaho. So have your game face on, and I will see you back next week. I got some more interesting news to share. I don't want to put it all in one video. So tune in for more. Follow me, subscribe to me on YouTube if you don't want to miss any of my updates, and I'll see you back next time.